guys, welcome to this week's video. Thank you for joining me again. Can I just say, where the hell has this year gone? It's August already. It's crazy. Time flies when you are having fun and tired and busy. It's always fun. So today I want to talk about something that's from my own experience. It's not just research, and it is fat loss related, and it's related to the topic that we've been discussing this week, that I've been discussing and sharing a lot about with you, about the relationships that we have with ourselves, the relationship that we have with our own body, the way we speak to ourselves, the way we treat ourselves, what we really believe about ourselves. Because, you know what, I have to admit, in my experience, a lot of us don't believe we're enough. We don't believe that we're doing enough. We don't believe that we're good enough. We don't believe that our bodies are good enough. I don't even know that many of us believe that our spouses or partners think that our bodies are enough, you know, and really it doesn't matter. And I want to start by saying the post that I shared by Nagar Fanouni the other week, where she said it's nobody else's job to love you other than your own. I still think about that. It's really powerful, and I think it's perfect. That is perfect, because we look outside of ourselves for so much. We look outside of ourselves for love. I think we're made to believe that sorry, somebody messaged me then. We're made to believe that you find that true love and everything's gonna be peachy keen and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, if you and I think it's true, if you don't love yourself, then nobody else is gonna love you. You have to be acceptant. Is that even a word? You have to accept who you are. You have to accept who you are, who you want to be. And you know what's interesting to me is that I don't know that I ever really did do that. I always felt like there was more about myself. I always felt like I had more to give. I always felt like I had more to do in this world, and I'm so happy that I finally get to do that, and it's in the form of fat loss. I mean, you know, where did that come from? I have no idea. It was, you know, the most unlikely place that I was going to find passion and so many friends and people that I get to spend so much time with, but it is. And I have to be honest, in the last 6 months to a year, I've accepted who I am. I accept everything about myself. I accept my body for how hard it has worked. I've put it through a lot. You know, even when it's fought back, I've pushed it to its limits. It's housed a child. It lifts, it walks, it can move, it's healthy, it's as healthy as it's ever been. And I accept that for what it is. But we look outside of ourselves so often, and I feel like we believe that when we lose the weight, that changes our perception of ourselves, and it really, really doesn't. And I've shared this story before, and it's worth sharing it many, many times. I lost 100 pounds in 3 years. I lost 50 pounds in 18 months, and then I lost 50 pounds probably in 9 months. I was a UK size 8 to 10. I was very slim. I'm very small framed, so I was very, very slim. I never saw it for what it was. I look at images now and I think it's hilarious, because it's beyond, it's one of those things where I lost the weight, and I have plenty of images of myself at that size. But when I look at them, it doesn't look like me. And I don't quite know what that means. I don't know whether that means that I spent so much of my life being overweight that being slim doesn't look like me. But it's like, who is that person? Because it doesn't matter that I lost 100 pounds. I know more about who I am right now. I'm more willing to be my authentic version of myself. I'm more willing to stand up for what I believe in and not take any bullshit than I was then. Losing weight doesn't mean that you accept who you are. It doesn't mean that you know who you are. It doesn't mean that you're not afraid to stand up and say, this is what I believe in, this is who I am, and this is the most authentic version of myself. Losing weight means you are smaller. Losing weight means you are technically healthier. You fit into smaller clothes. Does losing weight mean you can wear a bikini? Sure. Does it mean you're happy in that bikini? No. Not all the time. I certainly wasn't. Part of that process for me, and I look back at it now, I went bikini shopping and all I could see was this overweight, small person. All I could see was stretch marks and skin. Let me tell you one thing now, and I'm going to swear, I don't give a fuck about my stretch marks. I really don't. Not now. But it's like at the time, it was as if I expected that when I lose all the weight, everything will be okay. When I lose all this weight, I will no longer have to work as hard. The stretch marks will disappear. I won't have saggy skin. And I didn't really have that much saggy skin. But it was like I abused my body for so long. And when I got what I wanted, it was wasted on me. I worked so hard for 3 years to get to where I wanted to be. And it was never enough. I was never satisfied. I couldn't accept what I had. And that makes me sad because what was the point? Like I mean, the point was that I'm now here and I'm in a place where I can accept who I am, and you have to go through this stuff to discover things on the other side. And I understand that, but I feel frustrated sometimes by the fact that I didn't learn. And I don't have regrets because I don't believe in having regrets, because I believe everything is a choice. And if I always stand by my choices, and I made a choice to lose weight, and I made a choice to do it in one particular way. And during that time, I made amazing connections within the health and fitness industry. I created my Facebook page, which has now become a business page. I invested in a trainer who encouraged me to become a trainer myself, and now I'm a fat loss lifestyle coach. I get to coach other women. I get to do this every day, and I love that. So I'm not being ungrateful. I don't want it to sound like that, but I think we try so hard to be enough, and we try so hard to look outside of ourselves and look for something else. We've been taught for so long that we can't lose weight, that we have to do this, we have to do that. We've been taught for so long that extremes are the only way we can do it. We've been taught for so long that we don't hold the answer. And that's not true. We hold the answer. No book or video or diet plan, even a coach, none of us can tell you what works for you. We can give you strategies, we can give you tools, we can give you steps to take. There is science that you can't disagree with, but ultimately it's about you. And that was my problem. I didn't know it was about me. I thought it was about the calories. I thought it was about the exercise. I thought it was about the lifting weights. All of those things matter, but they don't matter if you don't trust yourself. They don't matter if you don't accept who you are. They don't matter if you don't know what makes you tick. And what I can say to you now is that I know what makes me tick. I know who I am. I am wholeheartedly happy with my body, with my lifestyle. I will always strive for more because that's how I learn. But if I never lose another pound of weight, will I be satisfied? Yeah. Because it doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change my personality. All it changes is the weight on the scale. It doesn't change who I am. And I think that's the thing that bothers me so much about the weight loss strategy and dieting, is that we're still looking outside of ourselves. We still believe that we don't have to deal with our shit, that we believe we don't have to deal with our issues. And in my experience, weight gain and obesity and being overweight, it's as much about who you are and about your upbringing and about your experiences as it is about calories and food, right? Because we're not born overeating. We're not born being extreme. Those are taught behaviours. Those are things that we learn over time. And I think it takes a lot of time for us to deal with that. And it takes a lot of time for us to learn where we get it from. And there are still things that I work on now. There are still things I don't know where that came from. I don't know where I learned it. Because as a child, you don't remember those memories. You just remember doing them, right? So yeah, no amount of weight loss is going to change self-acceptance. And that's why I'm a firm believer in that whilst you're going through the strategy, you have to love your body. You have to learn to love your body now. Otherwise, whether you lose 20 pounds or 50 pounds or 300 pounds, it's never going to make a difference. I think if you don't love your body and you don't know who you are and you don't love who you are and you don't deal with that shit, there is always going to be the opportunity that you will go back. I think that's the truth, and that's really scary. So I think that's why I wanted to do this video. Anyway, I want to end this video by doing a little thing called what I learned this week. So what I learned this week is that I really was very tired, and I was journaling about this, and I think the reason I was so tired was because I wasn't doing as much exercise. So I've just started a new workout challenge for August, so I'm hoping that I'm going to have some more energy. I felt very lethargic this week, especially over the weekend. So yeah, that's what I learned this week about myself. See you next week, guys.